backyard. And this is actually Rebecca and Raffi's backyard. And we saw you guys a few weeks ago with the butterflies, and that was really cool. But we thought we'd come back and take a look at Raffi's hive. So Raffi, is this your hive?
Well, these are the beehive.
Yeah. And are there bees inside there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have a little window here that you can look at the bees? Can you show me how you open that up?
These.
Yeah, you turn that off. Yep, and the other side. And then we're going to open that up. And are you going to be able to see the bees?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's so much honeycomb.
Yeah?
Come
Look at all of that. Oh my goodness. And did they do that all by themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys are amazing. So, Rebecca, what got you guys interested in bees? Raffi?
This guy.
Really?
Yep. We do the work with the butterflies, and we were reading books, and we picked out a bee book.
Uh-huh.
This is about.
And do you remember what you said?
What?
You said, Mommy, can we have bees? So we talked to Daddy about
I
it,
come see all this honeycomb.
and
pretty
he
cool.
said, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find a safe way to do it with him. So he was all for it.
Yeah. Now look at how close we are to the bees.
Yeah.
And really, now this is something that I would suggest to everybody at home. But
Hey, look
these
at
top
it.
bar hives are really pretty great because,
Don't go around front.
yeah, what you can do is you do have a
Mommy,
window
Mommy,
here
Mommy,
so that you can look at the bees without having to open up the hive. Now we are going to
Look
open up
at
the
that,
hive in a little
it's
bit
like
and
a
go inside. But this is a great learning experience for any little child, or say there's somebody that doesn't want to lift those heavy Langstroth boxes. This is a great alternative. It is amazing, and you'll hear me say that too many times today, but it is amazing to watch what the bees can do by making the wax through their wax glands. What they do is very, very young bees at a certain age will be able to make wax, and they have these little glands. It's almost like they sweat the wax out, and then what they're able to do, yes, and they crunch it up, and they will chew it and put it into those little shapes that you'll see as the hexagons inside the hive. So it's really, really, again, amazing what these guys can do. They're little machines that can do all kinds of different things. Now what these guys are going to be doing inside is they're going to be making wax, and then the queen is going to be laying eggs, or the bees are going to be bringing in nectar and pollen, which is the bee bread. It's the food for the bees, and those guys are going to just keep this hive growing. So what we're going to do is when we look inside, we're going to see several frames, which they started with nothing. All they started with is a piece of wood, and we're going to look inside and see all of the amazing things that they've done. Okay, so that's 3 amazings or 4 amazings, I can't remember. Anyway, we'll keep going. We're going to go put on our bee equipment and go inside the hive and give you a little bit better view of what the things are that they do. All right, so let's go get our stuff on.
Sounds great.
Wow, so we're going to go inside this top bar hive. Hi, Raffi, how you doing?
Good.
How do you like your little outfit here? Do you feel safe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a screen that you can see the bees.
Open this.
You want to open that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, because your bees are inside?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're going to be in this top bar hive, what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of smoke just to let the bees know that we're going in and just to make sure that they're calm. I think today is a really great day. I don't think that they'll be cranky at all. So we'll just go in and introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds
So
good.
we're going to take this off. And where do we usually put this, Rebecca?
I usually put it right back here.
Okay, so we're taking this off. There's no bees that are going to come out.
Take these
Okay.
off.
Couple on top.
Yeah, just a couple. And the good thing about the top bar hive is that it is pretty much enclosed. There is a back panel here that we can make
wanna
either
get
longer
some
or
of
shorter.
this.
What's that? Can you see them yet?
I want to get what you guys have.
What do
Oh,
we have?
propolis on
Oh.
our gloves.
You're going to get propolis on your gloves very soon.
Like there's some.
Okay, so this is, if you want to show them, Raffi, what that is, that's propolis right there. All that orange stuff on there, the bees made that. Do you know where they get that from?
Well,
They get that, it's on your gloves, look at. They get that from the resin from plants and trees. And they use that to close up any kinds of holes. Are you getting that resin on you?
yeah.
You can hold on to that and it'll get all sticky for you. Yeah, so they use that to close up any holes and things like that, and it's really supposed to be very good for you. Some people will make tinctures out of it, and you know, there's all kinds of stuff that you can use in a hive. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go into the frames and take a look, right?
Yeah, we'll take a look at a couple frames.
All right. So are you going to start from back here?
Yes.
Okay.
I always do.
So you have your tool, and I have the smoker, and we use a smoker just to make sure that the bees are nice and calm. It's just to let the bees know that we're going in. So I'm just going to give them a little smoke. Now, when I smoke, I'm not going to put a lot of power on them. I'm just going to smoke gently. So we just did that there. And then Rebecca's going to open up one of the frames. And you could hear that little snap. That snap is that propolis again.
I always usually come back here, and a bar that I know isn't being built yet, I just
Right.
kind of take out to give myself a little working room.
Yep, that's great.
Oh, no, don't stick your hands in there, honey pie.
Why?
Because we don't want to hit, if there's comb under here, you don't want to accidentally hit it with your fingers.
The comb that the bees will build on here is very delicate until it's been
No,
there for a
it's
while.
not delicate.
And then after it hardens, it just gets a little bit more stiff. But when we first take it and look at it, when it's just being drawn, if you were having to turn the frame a little bit, it would fall right off.
So this is bar 14.
Okay.
And you can see
So look at that cute little piece there. Now that little piece is going to be huge. They're going to cover that entire frame with wax eventually. Okay.
So we'll put that back in, and
yep.
why don't we take a look at the next one?
Right. So Raffi, what do you like about this hive?
I like to do the bees.
Yes. And do you have names for any of the bees?
I don't think they have any.
No. Yes. So what we're seeing here,
Can I get some?
yeah, right here is a piece of comb that was
Some
just
right
like
here.
the other one that we looked at a few minutes ago. And it's got some nectar in it. And what the bees are doing is they're filling that with nectar. And what nectar is it's like sap. It's honey, eventually.
Yes.
So what they'll do is they'll take the water content out of that by fanning their wings, and eventually they'll cap that over, and that will be honey. So that is comb honey, if you think
Can I
about
have
it.
some?
Not yet.
Not
it's not
yet.
ready quite
You have
yet.
to be patient little grasshopper.
Let's see if we can find
Grasshopper.
some.
Grasshopper.
I'm not a grasshopper.
So we'll pull this one, and then maybe we'll do a brood.
Right.
Take a good look at
So
that.
this one you're going to see some
Wow,
honey.
look at all those bees.
I know, it's a lot, isn't it?
Can I
So what
some
we have
honeycomb?
here is we have a couple of drones. We have lots
Can
of
I
nectar.
have some honeycomb?
Not yet. You have to be patient. And then this that you see capped over at the top, that is actually honey because they've reduced the amount of water in that that frame. Now these frames are a lot different than the Langstroth where you can take it and you can move it around and things like that. These frames you want to keep nice and level.
And you can,
And I wouldn't even do that.
yeah.
That's just me. But I've seen too many of these fall off.
Yeah, I
and
try not to do it.
So what I usually try to do is I try to keep it just like that and look at both sides,
Yeah.
but you just go very gently. So this one here, let's see what you're seeing on this one. Same kind of thing that I was seeing on the other side. The other side actually has some honey on it. So lots of worker bees. Do you know what, are worker bees boys or girls, Raffi? Do you know?
Yeah.
They're girls. And the drones are little boys.
Yeah.
Yep. And do you know what the worker bees do?
What?
Everything. They make the frames, they make all, not the frames, but they make the foundation, and they take care of the little babies. Oh, nice brush. Very gentle. That's great. Okay. Well, let's go into another frame.
You want to, well, this one's,
Whatever you
wanna-
like.
maybe pull a brood.
Sure.
I'm
So
gonna
what we're
see if
doing
I
is
can-
we're going towards the front. Now, what they did in most cases here is they started in the very beginning at like the third or fourth or fifth frame, and now they're drawing back. So eventually, within the next couple of months, you'll have a full hive full of comb and honey and nectar and pollen.
Should be enough.
So Raffi, do you like the taste of honey?
Hey, you dead one.
Oh, there's sometimes a dead one, yeah. We'll put that one out of its misery there. We'll open it up, there. We'll let him go free. Okay. We'll let that one go free.
That's what they do. They kind
Yep.
of poke their little heads out sometimes. Let's see.
If you want to give me the other tool, I'll help you on this side when you get that side too. Because sometimes what you have to be careful of in these hives is that they will attach the comb to the edge, and then it might drop off too.
Well, this one
You were in there the other day?
I went in the other day.
Okay.
That's why I'm using number
feel
4
pretty
because
confident.
this one looked pretty nice. And
I have some propolis on my gloves, don't I?
No, I think it's really black.
It is. It's because I've used my gloves a lot. It's just like the frames.
Do you have bees at home?
I do. Yep.
And I have a beehive like us?
I do. I do.
Rude.
Isn't that beautiful?
Can I have some honeycomb?
well, this one is brood
This
comb,
is where
honey.
the babies live. So what you see in here is little teeny eggs. And oh, there's a bee coming out. What they do is, it's just like a chicken. What they'll do is they'll cut the capping off with their...
I want to see the queen.
Oh, you want to see the queen? Let's see if we can find the queen.
I don't think she's on
But
here.
they will, they'll chew it off, and then they'll emerge,
see
and then they're ready
egg.
to go and start working.
I see
So,
egg.
do you see? Let's see if we can find one that was coming out. There was one right over here somewhere.
Look, they already came out.
Yes, but there's more, and you'll see more coming out today. See, like that one right there is working on the frame. Beautiful. And I
See,
don't.
look,
Oh, there's
look.
little larvae in there. They haven't capped over yet.
Look.
That's a drone. Do you see the big ones? Those are drones right there. Wow.
Those means
Yep.
the boy.
Let's see.
Can I have some? Look, I got one.
You do?
Look at this guy.
Nice. That's your friend.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
He saw me.
Yep.
Look, I got one.
So what do you think,
on
Rebecca?
me.
I think it looks pretty good.
I think it does too. You've got some nice flat capped brood, and that's all worker brood.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you have drone brood or you have worker brood. You want a lot more worker brood,
Well,
but that's
I've
beautiful.
actually seen less drone brood
Uh-huh.
than, I mean, before there was a lot more drone brood, it seemed. It seems like that's calmed down. There isn't
That's
as
great.
many.
That's great. That's a good sign.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yesterday, the last time I was in
Can I
here, I
borrow
saw,
that?
I did see some
Why?
fresh eggs.
I just
Oh,
wanna
there's
look at
some
them.
eggs.
Yeah. Little teeny eggs, or is it
Little-
larvae?
No, it's little teeny eggs.
Nice. That's even better because that means the queen might be around here.
Yeah.
Can I go into this frame here?
Sure.
Okay. So let me just pull this out a little bit, and then I'll hold that frame, and you can pull this one out
Okay.
because you know your hive better than I do. So I'll just hold this.
I'm still getting to know my hive.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, don't stick your hands there, honey.
There are quite a few drones in here, though. I mean, it's all good because the drones actually go out and fertilize queens, but not queens from this hive, queens from other hives. And that's how nature keeps things going.
Oh, I pulled this kind of awkward.
It's okay.
Ah, I'm all sticky.
It's okay. That's all that propolis.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Let's see.
Gonna get some honeycomb.
I don't see the queen on there yet.
No.
And if we don't find the queen, it's not a big deal because
No, once I see eggs, I don't really
right.
worry too much.
Yeah, I mean, we're spending actually more time in the hive than a regular beekeeper would need to because we're just exploring.
For a second, Mom?
No, you can't. You can use your bee brush.
Yeah, Raffi, you have a nice bee brush there.
Raffi, can you do me a favor? Can you brush some of these bees down so we can put this top bar back?
Sure.
Over here.
All right. See all the bees over here? You want to just brush that a little bit.
Oh, I did one.
Oh, that's okay. We'll put it. There we go. Okay.
I did one, Mom.
Yep. That's okay. Can you brush these bees over here a little bit so Mom can put the frame back
So, as you know, YouTube can be a beekeeper's friend.
in? It can and it
can. You
can't.
can see some good and bad habits.
Right,
That's good, Raffi.
right.
That's good. That's good.
Excellent,
All right, that's
excellent.
enough. Whoa.
I'm going to just use a smoker a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay, let me just use the smoker just a little bit to get these guys out. There you
we
go. Okay.
Well, and recently, that's what I saw
Can I
on
try?
a
little
YouTube
bit.
video with Top Bar
Whoops,
Hive.
whoops, right in
Because
Mom's
as
face.
It's
Whew.
okay. As you know, they can be tricky to get back in
Can I
without
try?
I'll give it to you in
without
just a second.
squishing anybody.
Right, especially because these are so close too. I'll get the smoker and just blow
Well, what I
those guys
saw
just a
was
little
is
bit.
if you gently smoke across the top, they'll
They'll move
retreat
down.
back
Right.
in. So I've been trying to work on that a little. And you
Right.
always find bees more active when you're in their brood comb.
Oh, totally.
One on my face.
Well, it's kind of smoky there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very smoke.
Down in there.
But it's a good smoke, isn't it? I'm going to smoke these guys just a little bit to get these guys to move away. It'll make it a little bit easier for you to slide that in. There. And it's almost like, you know those little drawers that you get now that you have the drawer and you push it in and it slides in on its own?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what this is because it's got a little bit of wax on it. It's got a little bit of propolis. And so it makes it a little nicer to glide right in there.
Away.
Yeah. So what do you think of these guys here? Did you know that drones don't have a stinger? See this little guy here? This is a drone. Let me see if I can grab him.
You got a drone.
Yep, right here. Whoops. There. There. See that big guy? That's a drone. That's a boy bee. Oh, he's going to fly a little. See? Do you want to put him on your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Put your hand right down. There he is. There's your drone. And those don't have stingers. Oh, he decided he wanted to fly off. See if we can find another one. Here's another one.
The big ones are drones.
Yep, they are. Those are the boy bees. See? That's
Look,
another boy bee right
I
there.
have a drone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
said
Rebecca, your
why.
hive looks really, really healthy. This is beautiful.
Now you did for a second.
So it must be the prayer flags?
It must be the prayer flags.
Yeah.
And we just kind of, we really just let them alone and do their thing.
Right.
We haven't been feeding them for a month now.
Right, good. But feeding did encourage them to draw the comb a little bit.
Yes.
So what did you feed them?
We actually did because I didn't have any honey available yet or honeycomb for them.
Yep.
We did sugar water and we did some honeybee healthy in there with
Yep.
the lemongrass and
Yep.
mint. I did plant herbs around the hive, lavender, thyme, chives, and we keep a big stock of lavender in the yard in general because I like it. It's a great plant and
Right.
it's very good for honeybees because we're not